Hello, Sassy Flavors family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on into my kitchen, guys, and let's make some juicy, mouth-watering, falling off of the bone oxtail stew. Oh my goodness. Let's enjoy and let's get started, guys. First things first, wash your oxtail with some lime or lemon and vinegar. Then you're gonna make sure you trim your oxtail off, which I did off of camera. Here I'm adding my homemade green seasoning, oxtail seasoning. You can add all-purpose seasoning or any seasoning that you like. I'm adding some garlic powder, followed by some onion powder, some black pepper. Don't forget, guys, click that like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss a video when I push it out, guys. We are making oxtail stew, sassy flavor style. Yes, yes. Here I'm adding some allspice powder because it just gives it a nice flavor. Then we're gonna add our pimento balls or allspice balls, followed by some white pepper powder. And I'm adding some avocado oil so that my seasoning sticks to my oxtail. Then I'm gonna mix it really well. And at this time, guys, if you wanna put some browning in your oxtail, you can go ahead and do that. And you're gonna see at the end, I put some browning in, but I did not record it. But you can add a half to 1 tablespoon of browning, okay? So you get everything all incorporated here. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. Our oxtail is seasoned really well. And I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator to marinate overnight. If you are pressed for time, at least let it marinate for an hour, okay? And here is where I added the browning off camera. As you can see, I'm gonna cover this with some saran wrap, put it in the refrigerator, and we are gonna cook it the next day, which is in the next scene. It's been 24 hours here. I'm putting a little avocado oil. Then I'm gonna go ahead and drop my oxtails in because the goal is I want my oxtail to start just frying and kind of just simmering up. It's gonna start creating its own juices. So this is just to brown up and cook our oxtail. Now, anytime you're cooking oxtail, you gotta have a lot of patience. If you're not using a pressure cooker, the oxtail is going to be on the stove for at least 2 to 3 hours. So plan your morning. Don't be planning to go anywhere because you're going to be cooking these oxtails up. So I usually like to start in the morning and just let my oxtail go. I do not like to use pressure cooker because I just want the oxtail to just cook at its own pace and create its own natural juices. So here, this is the oxtail. So when it starts to get a little brown, I'm gonna flip it around so that it can get brown on both sides. And then I'm gonna cover it and just let it start creating the juices. So see, as you can see here, guys, I have not put any water in here, and our oxtail is doing just what I said it would. It's creating its own juices because all of the oxtails are sitting together. So I'm just giving it a little turn, turning the oxtail and letting it simmer before I add any water, okay? Been about 30 minutes and our oxtail is still creating its juices. Now I'm gonna add some water here because it's created enough juices. Then I'm gonna give it a good mix. And our oxtail still needs to cook. You can tell that it's not cooked yet. Our oxtails need to get soft and nice. I love them falling off the bone. Don't forget, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell so you never miss a video when I push it out, guys. Let's get this channel to 200K, okay? 200, yes. Here I'm adding some browning, and now I'm adding my bell pepper, scallion, onion. You can add parsley. Just add some fresh herbs in here, okay? Giving it a good mix. It's been an hour since this oxtail has been boiling, so I'm adding these things here, and you also can add whatever spices you would like to add. And all the ingredients are going to be in the description box. Remember, you're going to use your discretion when it comes to how much water you want in your oxtail. If you want a lot of gravy, you go ahead and add enough water, but I make sure I have enough water to cover the oxtail so it can boil more. And as your oxtail is boiling, you want to taste it, and you can add more salt as needed. Here I'm adding some fresh thyme. I'm gonna let this boil, and it is coming along so well. Oh my goodness, if you guys can smell what I'm smelling. So as you can see, I'm just simultaneously turning it, and then you can tell that our oxtail is getting to that place where it's almost cooked and falling off of the bone. And as you're going along, guys, if you want to add your habanero pepper at this time, I'm adding a little more water because the oxtail was tough. And as I'm adding some water, guys, I'm adding some oxtail seasoning so that the oxtail stays nice and seasoned really well, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please share, guys. Here our oxtail is almost ready. So now I'm gonna add the carrots in, okay? And we're gonna allow the carrots to cook. The carrots doesn't take long to cook at all. So as you're mixing and checking your oxtail, please taste it. Make sure it's seasoned enough. Here I'm adding some tomato paste. This is some Goya tomato paste. And if you check out my other oxtail recipe, it's quite different from this one, so you want to check it out, and it's on my channel. But this is another way that you can prepare your oxtail, okay? And if you want your oxtail a little bit darker, you can always add a little bit more browning, but be careful because you don't want to overdo it with the browning, because then it can leave your oxtail with a bitter taste, okay? Just remember that. Here I'm adding some bay leaf in here. I'm gonna let this boil for about 20 more minutes, then we can add the butter beans. And you know, when you add those butter beans, oxtail is almost ready. Some people add spinners, which is like we made with flour, water, and sugar. I like using butter beans, okay? And these butter beans were actually boiled. This was actually boiled from scratch, but you can get the canned butter beans, which I have here because I wanted more butter beans in, so I added some more. You can't have oxtail without butter beans. Listen, okay? So we're gonna let this come to a nice simmer, and our oxtail smells amazing, looks amazing. Let me know in the comment what you think. How do you prepare your oxtail? Let me know in the comments. And that homemade green seasoning is the bomb. Make sure you grab that recipe on my channel. You gotta have your homemade green seasoning, your epi seasoning. You gotta have that for your oxtails. As you can see here, our oxtail is ready. Oh my goodness. And you have enough gravy that every day when you warm it up, the gravy is gonna start getting thicker and thicker. And in my house, they like gravy. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing with rice and peas and greens. I hope you like this recipe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.